Brilliance Audio presents Truck by Katherine Dunn, performed by Lauren Ezzo.
I'm gonna go to Los Angeles and study hypnotism.
He is looking at his feet mostly. The shoes are wet black. His eyes slide toward me and then away.
You hit a bank president over the head and drag him off to your room? Tie him up?
His voice doesn't change. It is low and runs on slowly, no matter what he says.
When he wakes up, you hypnotize him into opening the vault and filling up a suitcase. You can't make him take it or hand it to you, but you have him put it on the table. You take it and truck off. Give him a post-hypnotic suggestion that it was a pink bunny rabbit. Also give him a suggestion that he can't be hypnotized again. He tells the police the pink bunny rabbit did it. They come and haul him off. No matter what they do, he keeps hollering about the pink bunny rabbit. They haul him to the nut house, and you're driving up the street in a Cadillac with a big Seeger.
I'm nodding, trying not to show how cool all that is. I don't believe it, but it's so cool, and they all think I'm down here working. Dialing numbers, spieling magazines over the phone for $30 a week in green stamps. He smiled when I told him that. They give you bonus green stamps when you make a sale and only half a day's school if you have to work. Standing in the rain, waiting for a ride into town, and they all running to class and the company folded after 2 weeks, but I never told. Just keep coming into town. Nobody checks when I walk out of the library, so easy with the books. I black out the numbers with a felt pen, cut out the fly leaves with the card envelopes glued in. 75 cents for an illustrated Don Quixote in good condition. $1.50 for the great books, Freud. The little man in the bookstore doesn't look too carefully. The dust and the illustrated mechanics in piles leaning over him. 30 cents into town, 30 cents back. Nothing if I hitch. Tell them I'm putting the money in the bank. She doesn't know if I never ask her for money. I went into the office and the gray lady was so sorry, but she was packing the cardboard boxes. The telephone man was taking out the 6 phones and the mimeographed speeches taped on the walls in front of each phone, and the window to the wall with only rain getting in, the lists. $60 goes a long way. It made my throat sore and they hated me. They were busy and thought it was somebody they knew or the old ladies who talked and talked because I was somebody to talk to. He just got off from the Navy and his folks didn't know he was home. They were out, so he answered the phone. He would buy some magazines if I would go out with him. Sure, and I was so scared, but sure, and gave him my real address in case he queered the deal, and he came that night. I forgot and came home, and he had a big nose and buck teeth and glasses, but I in the Levi's. He was sitting on the stoop waiting for me, and his pickup was out front. I saw him and knew it was him, and my mother doesn't let me go out with boys, and he was ugly. I was barefoot, with my sneakers on their strings around my neck. I had been waiting for crawdads in Fano Creek, putting out leaf boats sailing to Byzantium, and standing on the bank, groaning and heaving rocks at the boats with my eyes closed, and then peeking to see how close I'd come. So there was mud, and wet. It's on the way home from the bus stop. I didn't know what to do. He stood up as I came near the house. I put on a blank face, froze my eyes, walked up the steps without seeing him. Into the door. He followed me, grinning, nervous, his Adam's apple sliding up and down his long neck. My mother wiping her hands on her apron. "My dear, where have you been? This young man has been waiting for you for nearly an hour. Jean?" I stood not looking at her, my eyes frozen on nothing, knowing my hair had mud all in the brush of it, and my Levi's were wet above the knee and muddy-butted, and the mud making the hair on my arms look dark and all run in the same direction where the sleeves were rolled up above the elbow, and I cut my cheek on the blackberries when I was turned into a swine on the island and rooting for truffles. "Jean? My God, what's wrong?" She grabs both my hands in her hands. "She's so cold." She lays her warm hands on my cheeks. "She's in shock of some kind." She'll always make a fuss if you need it. I would not speak. If he would only go away and not stand there gawking and gulping, I could come out of it. She's worried. I know she'll think somebody did me. "Jean! Jean! Little, what happened? Tell Mama what happened." I close my eyes slow and then click them open. Turn and smile at her, all innocent. "Hiya, Ma. Can I have a sandwich before supper?" And then let my eyes roll up and fall in a heap. I'll have amnesia like before when I clonked into the wall roller skating and woke up with 20 pounds of bandages on my head. She's crying and godding. She picks me up and carries me into the living room. I come awake when she puts me in the chair and look at her so puzzled. Jean, what's the matter? Where have you been? What happened?